Orcas on average swim about 100 miles each day. Some orca pods have even been known to swim about 130 miles in a day. Yet the proposed tanks that SeaWorld is planning to build for orcas would only be at 350 feet long, meaning that the orcas would have to swim 1,500 times back and forth the length of their tank to get that distance.
I was here in 2004 jumping in Pacific Dolphin and White Whale Stadium doing a swim test because my dream was to be an orca trainer at SeaWorld. I had done all my research, I had trained, I had spent my entire life up to that point ready to jump in that tank with orcas. And about 6 years ago, a light bulb went on for me and I started really looking beyond the curtain and beyond the marketing that SeaWorld does. I said the same things that you may be saying. I said all of the reasons why SeaWorld is right and why orcas should be in captivity, and I was dead wrong. And I was wrong all the way to the swim test with the trainers to become an apprentice in 2004 at SeaWorld San Antonio.
Even if you go and it's free, you're still spending money paying for parking, or you might be spending money paying for food. And any money spent at SeaWorld is going to keeping animals in captivity where they end up dying. Anybody and everybody can make a difference, from like online activism, going to SeaWorld's page, or people who've gone to SeaWorld, just educate them and type hashtag captivity kills, hashtag SeaWorld kills, hashtag empty the tanks.
Around Christmas time in 2015, a whale died here in San Antonio named Una. She was 18 years old. She died of a horrible fungal infection that she suffered with for many, many years. That was number 50. And since then, these whales have died also. 3 whales in just last year. Tilikum was number 51, and Kiara was born here, but only lasted 3 months. And then Kasatka just died of horrible fungal infection and lesions all over her body. Katina was captured. She now languishes with a huge gash in her dorsal fin. She might be number 54, or Malia might be number 54, because she's got all those lesions all over her body now. She's only 10 years old. The names are all on this, the whales that have died. There's about 13 of them that came from the wild.
Captivity, bondage, servitude of these incredible creatures is wrong. SeaWorld needs to tell the truth about the whales' shortened and stressful life in concrete tanks and severe depression and boredom from sterile living conditions.
One of the things I wish people realized or talked more about SeaWorld is that it's a multifaceted moral issue. Google some of the OSHA actions that SeaWorld has faced.
Marine entertainment parks have no place in our world anymore. Dolphins and whales are incredibly social and highly, highly intelligent beings. They're emotional. They stay with their families for life. They are being exploited all over the world. Mexico City just banned dolphinariums. Chile, Costa Rica, and Croatia have banned cetacean captivity. Our national aquarium is sending their dolphins to sanctuary. Enough is enough.
The 6th annual Empty the Tanks. We've had over 150 protests out in front of SeaWorld over the past 5 years. We feel very, very strongly, I can't emphasize how strongly we feel that what goes on here is cruel, inhumane, and inherently wrong. These animals suffer, they're neurotic, they're sick, they're depressed. We want them out of here, we want them in sea pens, sea sanctuaries. Please don't ever, ever spend a penny going to SeaWorld.
Why would a company that champions marine life and conservation and touts themselves as rescuers and rehabilitators take them from their families, take them out of the ocean and put them into these pools of caustic chemicals for entertainment? SeaWorld says that they don't separate families. Kasaka, who died, she was moved 14 times in 8 years between all 4 parks. SeaWorld is an incredible marketer and manipulator. These people that are coming in are seeing black and white whales jump out of the water, but they have no idea that these whales are being switched out at the different parks because they're diseased and dying. They cannot take captivity.
quote a lyric from the band that made me go vegan, this is the state of the union. This is the state of the mess. This is the truth behind happiness and the ignorance of man. If we want to be a society that treats everybody equally, we can't keep using animals in this way. Not for food and not for entertainment. It is impossible for people to truly treat everybody equally if they support animal exploitation in any manner.
I'm out here today advocating for SeaWorld to change their model from captivity to more of a sea pen sanctuary for the animals, because studies have shown that these animals are now going crazy insane and they're not even being able to live out their lifespans.
They die between 6 and 13 years old. They live in the wild an average lifespan just like you and I, from 50 to 100. Immune systems are compromised by the stress. Trainers are not in the water because they're attacking people. They don't do that in the wild. That's all health problems. They're dying of pneumonia, fungal infections, lung infections. Nobody dies here of natural causes.
If I can see beyond the curtain and I can be standing out here at Empty the Tanks 14 years later saying this is not okay, you can too. And I hope that you join us next year.